Attention. Go.
We've seen some great races in this event this afternoon. The Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup, of course, the junior women's quadruple scull. We've seen some incredible displays of sculling. On screen here is the Bedford Modern School in the Bucks station, just making a little change to their steering. They did start to drift into the middle, as we've seen. It's been a bit of a trap for a few of the crews, but getting themselves, it looks, back on their station. Hopefully not losing too much speed with that little correction.
I'm not surprised that Becket Rowing Club has jumped out to a lead. They're a little bit lighter than Bedford. Bedford has 16 pounds advantage on them, so we'll see if they can use that once they settle down and work through the body of the race.
And this Becket Rowing Club B crew are actually predominantly sweep rowers. They raced as a 4 at the National Schools Regatta, where they won bronze. Impressively, Olivia in the stroke seat. She's only 16 years of age.
Wow, you're joking. Very good composure.
Really long levers. As we can see on screen here, this is Bedford Modern School. It's the stroke woman, Ella Monaghan, 18 years of age. Behind her, it's Boyrie Taylor. In the 2 seat, Isabel Glanville and Hannah Cowie in the bow seat.
Now Bedford should have no problems with the booms here. They row on the River Ouse in Bedford, which is, I think, only about 1 lane wide.
Wow, looks like a lot of power on board there. The Becket Rowing Club B crew. Incredible to think it's a B crew.
I know. Well, they're having a little bit of a steering issue now, but I'd hate to see their A crew if that's their B crew. They really use their shoulders and backs well in the second half of the stroke.
Yeah, really punchy through the back end there. Elbows really dynamic. It's really important to keep moving through the back end like that. You never want to be, I think, in the quad stopping or pausing. You've got to keep going. That was something I always used to think about when I was racing the quad, was that the elbows keep moving. So you're solid with the body, composed, core on. So there's that moment of stillness with the body, but the elbows never stop.
Right, and they're doing that very well, of constantly moving, and accelerating everything they have, and then taking out cleanly and starting again. They row so well, there could be a Kiwi quad dressed in black.
Three and a half lengths now.
And if you look at their trailing wake, they're rowing and steering perfectly straight down the course. Now that's one of the best slipstreams I've seen, even for a coxswain.
They're doing a great job staying really composed here. And in these early rounds, particularly when you are leading, as we can see that the Becket Rowing Club B crew are, it is just about staying really clinical, I think, and executing.
And it will give them really good muscle memory tomorrow when they're in a tighter race. They'll know at this point in the race or that point of the race how well they did yesterday, and to try and regain that composure or to keep that acceleration.
And this crew, Becket Rowing Club B, should be coming up against Henley Rowing Club tomorrow in the next round.
I would pay for tickets to watch that race.
It is incredible. Like I've said in just about all of these heats of this event, the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup is the standard of these crews. I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to see some really incredible races.
And just as impressive is that many of these girls have just switched from a Cox 4 into like this winning crew. And you just won't see that in too many countries.
No, to be able to get into a boat like the Quad and to row it this well, after being in predominantly sweep boats for the season, really goes to show, I think, the skill and the capability of these young girls. Of course, we said the stroke seat, Olivia, only 16 years of age. I mean, what a future these girls are going to have.
Yes. Of course, my theory is that sweep oarsmen, if they can learn the scull, usually do better, because in sweep you seem to abandon yourself to the boat. You're never worrying about balancing it like you are if you're a sculler, and you're single sculling, you always reserve something. You're 98, 97%. But let a sweep person go in a quad that sets up and they can accelerate.
And they're such different boats. I mean, you compare the 4 to the Quad, and they couldn't be more different in the way that you row it, the way you approach it, the feeling.
I mean, there's no coxswain, so you've already eliminated 120 pounds. Give them 2 oars.
Great shot there from behind of the Becket Rowing Club B crew. We've had a really impressive, really well executed race so far.
That's a fantastic camera angle to see. You can see the blades. It almost looks like you're looking at a single.
It's really solid, isn't it?
Yes. No one's lifting too high. No one's pulling down to their waist. Really rowing well.
But
you can even see that in their ponytails. The coach here is obviously taking great attention to detail, that even the girls' hair is out of their faces. It's safely put away, just like their catches and their finishes.
And I like that it's just really simple what they're doing. There's no extra movements. There's no big lifting or shrugging. They're not ripping or tearing any part of the stroke.
No, it looks like they're out for a paddle.
We can see the Bedford Modern School crew on screen. They've been fighting all the way down the track here, but it's such a tough event.
And you can't even say that the cruising crew is slow, because the fast crews are rowing so well.
That's right. Just to be here, getting a start in this event, already means that these athletes are at a very high standard. And crossing the line now, Becket Rowing Club B, taking out this round of the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. They'll be up against Henley tomorrow over the Bedford Modern School. Great race from both crews. Great win there to the Becket Rowing Club B crew. We look forward to seeing them in a really tough tussle tomorrow in the Diamond Jubilee.